stink.
Everyone knows Texas is a big state.
Which means we got a lot of games here, and it's our job to find them. Hey, I'm Billy.
And I'm Jay.
We've known each other since the 90s. We've been gamers all our lives.
And now we're collectors.
Join us on our epic quest to rescue retro games from the dustbins of obscurity.
And give them a proper home in our game rooms.
It's time to take the show on the road. We're gonna go down to San Antonio and meet up with a fellow YouTuber. We're gonna go down the I-35 corridor, but first, before we get to San Antonio, we're gonna hit up Austin. Gonna pass through, hit up some stores, and see what we can find.
All right, time to hit the road. I get to Billy's apartment, go to pick him up, and I pick up his luggage, which is a backpack, and it's pretty light. So light, in fact, that it feels like there's nothing in it. So I'm like, where are the clothes? And that's when his wife interjects and says, I told you so. And I'm like, told him so what? She's like, he's got no clothes packed. So I'm like, dude, you got no clothes packed? You left my house an hour and a half ago. Why aren't you packed and ready? And he's like, I don't stink.
You and Dad packed no clothes for a 3-day trip. What the hell is wrong with you?
When Jay arrived at the apartment, I was packed and I was ready to go. I had my backpack full of Retro Gamer magazine and toothbrush.
So I'm like, dude, we're going on a 3-day trip and you got no socks, no underwear, shirt, nothing? I mean, I don't understand that. So at that point, he throws a little fit, fine, and decides to go and pack a couple of things.
I don't stink.
It smelled like the car decided to fart.
Been in the car for 3.5 hours with Japheth going bang, 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 bang. So I'm glad to get out, and we're in Austin now and see a thrift store. We're gonna go check that out and see what they have.
We go in there, and Billy notices this PlayStation 1 in a glass case. Asks the lady how much it is. She says $10. Not sure if it works, this and that. So if the lid opens and closes like it's supposed to, I'll take a chance on it.
And while he's doing that, I go over to the CD rack. When you go to a thrift store, especially like Goodwill or something like that, you always look at the CD rack. Because a lot of times you're gonna find Dreamcast games and PS1 games that are in jewel cases. They'll put them with the CDs because the people that work there have no clue a lot of times. So they'll just stack them with the CDs, not knowing any better. So you always gotta check those out.
$10 for a PlayStation, that's not too bad.
Actually, I went up to the counter to pay, and the chick rings me up and gave me a 50% discount.
Why?
I have no idea.
I go to the counter to pay, put the PlayStation on the counter. Chick rings me up, just kind of looks at me, starts typing in on her little computer thing, says $5.40. I'm not gonna complain. She wants to give me a discount. Who am I to say no?
People just, when they get around, and especially women, when they get around, like drop IQ points and they get stupid. So he has this uncanny knack to just get whatever the heck he wants, whether it be a discount or a free cake at KFC. It doesn't matter. The guy's gonna get it. So, F him. So we're leaving the thrift store, and I pull up games on the GPS, and this place called Game Over Games comes up. So we're gonna go check them out. There are no Game Over stores in the Metroplex where we're from, so kind of anxious to see what they got going.
Dude, I can't get in there.
Yeah, you can. Wait till his truck is by. On his car. Now go, 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 go.
Nah.
We pull up to this place, walking up to the front door, the glass on the outside. They got basically everything from like an Odyssey 2 down to like a PS3 and everything in between that came out. And so I hadn't even walked in the door yet, and already I'm excited. I'm anxious. We walked into Game Over, and my eyes lit up. I mean, if you can think of it, they had it.
This place is a gold mine. The fact that they even have a full case dedicated to imports, they says something.
A lot of the diehard fans who, you know, they don't play them anymore, they need money.
Right.
You know, and they're like, well, here's a stack of all these import Dreamcast fighting games.
Gotcha.
And then I'm like, all right.
Entire racks full of Atari, Intellivision, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, TI-99, any system you can think of.
One of the employees tells us that they have a museum. We might be a little uncultured, but I'm thinking, okay, what kind of museum is going to be in your back room? We go back there and pretty freaking impressed.
It's so cool. Systems behind glasses, cards, and little date pads that say when they were released, how many consoles were sold.
This is a signed Power Glove by the cast of The Wizard. Alamo Drafthouse was doing a special screening of the show a couple years back. I don't know if you ever saw the documentary The King of Kong.
Yeah, great movie.
But this is signed by Walter Day and Steve Wiebe. Oddly enough, Billy Mitchell wasn't there to
figure that one.
to sign.
Really, if you were Billy Mitchell, would you be there to sign it?
Game Over has a main machine. You see a cabinet, you gotta play, of course.
We decided we were going to take on the Donkey Kong challenge, see if we could beat Steve Wiebe at his own game. Let me tell you something, we came so close to beating that record, it's not even funny.
Really?
You definitely need your energy when searching for games. So at Game Over Games, I had to buy a Mario energy drink. Other than that, I was just window shopping.
A place like Game Over is really awesome to see, but you gotta keep in mind going into a place like this that it is a retail store. You gotta expect retail prices.
We didn't come out there with much, but it's still a fun place to go and look, hang out for a while. It's a store full of games, so it's just fun being there.
But looky what I got.
But open it up, try it, see what it tastes like.
I've always wanted to get one of these.
How is it?
It's basically Red Bull with a Mario on the cover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's good. I like Red Bull.
That's cool.
After we left Game Over, we hit a few more places and it was basically the same story everywhere we went. Retail, retail, retail.
It was awesome seeing all these different stores and the games that they had. We just couldn't buy anything.
Found this place in the mall. These guys' prices were so ridiculous. We walked in and walked right back out.
You know, it looks like we're probably going to leave Austin empty-handed.
Looking at us in our rearview mirror, heading down to New Braunfels.
There's a place called the D-Pad. We want to hit that up. It's another retail store, but hey, you never know.
Boy, what kind of bullshit is this?
It's called New Brunswick.
What the fuck? Why the hell would anybody choose to live here?
It's a small, quiet, quaint town.
Dude, these roads are worse than freaking Louisiana.
Who obviously don't give a damn about their roads and doing construction and making sure people aren't driving like this. They're going down the freaking road.
You've got to be freaking kidding me, dude.
Lost satellite reception.
Of course you did. We're in the middle of effing nowhere.
You think something orbiting the Earth would be able to keep track of you, but not when you enter New Brunswick. Nope.
Felt like I was driving to my demise. We come to this intersection, we see Slash rocking out on one corner, see D-Pad on the other, and it was game on.
And I saw that logo of the D-Pad on the side of the building. I knew I was going to love this place.
Walk into D-Pad, not your typical store. It looked like maybe you were walking into a cage fight or something. It was kind of chain link fence all over the place.
Looked up on the wall, and I mean, yeah, they had a lot of rare games. I think I saw Adventure Island 3 on the NES and RC Pro Am 2. So they had some rare stuff. Of course, they knew the value of them, and these guys knew what was up. They knew what to charge for these games, so you weren't going to go in there and find something for nothing. But Jay was going to try.
Pretty sure that's like a old school bootleg.
I'm going through the games, whatnot, on the shelf, and all of a sudden I look and Japheth is gone. I can't find him anywhere. I look around and he's like, where is he? And I see this little blue hat above the shelf. like this, like on the back shelf. Like he's sniffing something out. What did he find? And so I go back there. I'm like, what is this guy doing? And he has found this little box full of Nintendo games that they haven't gone through yet and marked his price. They haven't looked up and found the value of them and priced them.
And you know, like any collector, anything not dark gray catches my eye. I see this this light gray cartridge, pick it up, and nothing I've ever seen before. It was a bootleg with all the light gun games on it. You know, your Hogan's Alley and Duck Hunt and things like that. I hand it to the dude and I'm like, how much for the game? And he's like, hang on a second. He goes back to his little computer. He comes back to me and he says $4.99. Was that just the price you threw out because you couldn't find a list on it?
Pretty much.
Is that negotiable? I'm like, so is that negotiable? And the guy pretty much says, well, hit me with something.
Depending on how you haggle, I'll let you.
I'll go 3. How about 3?
3 if he takes off his shirt.
Three. I'll show you some nipple too.
Oh man, it's getting good.
They're $34.99.
Yeah.
Thank you. $2.99.
Like so, start at.
$2.99. All right, sweet.
$2.99. Okay. Maybe he thought I was cute too. I don't know.
It makes me mad because that doesn't happen to me ever. In fact, sometimes people just make an excuse to charge me more because they don't like my face. But when it comes to game hunting, it comes in handy. So I'm not going to complain too much.
Because I'm a pimp.
This is a rare game.
So I'm going through this box and I come across another pretty rare game, Bonk's Adventure on the NES. And I mean, I know what this thing's worth. It's not cheap, but I'm hoping I get a little bit lucky with this one too.
He asked the guy how much.
He goes back, checks it up.
The whole time both of us are thinking, just don't find the price, but just come back and say like $4.99, $4.99.
Yeah, this game apparently is like $70.
Yeah, I know.
I was confused.
So when were you
by
gonna
it.
tell us this?
Well, I wasn't. I was just gonna see what y'all were gonna charge. I mean, yeah,
Take it back.
That's
We're going
a
back
good
to $4.99.
I was trying to pull one over on him. You know, maybe get a $70 game for $5, $10, and
They weren't having it. They were going to take the game and put it behind glass at that point once they saw the value of it.
what I pick up at D-Pad, I got me a couple of classic games. Empire Strikes Back on the Atari 2600. Also picked me up an E.T. on Atari 2600. That bootleg I got for $3.
You had more luck than I did, but you know what? There's always tomorrow, so I'll try to one-up you tomorrow.
Well, we will see, won't we?
We'll see.
All right, we're finally in San Antonio. Obviously, it's a little too late to find games, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of sightseeing.
San Antonio at night was pretty cool. The Alamo was closed, but you know, it's kind of cool. They got lights. They got lights hanging around the Alamo. Can anybody be professional here? I mean, really.
We're going to hit San Antonio hard, have a little fun, kick back a little bit.
We're gonna have a few drinks and play a few games. Just gonna enjoy the nightlife here in San Antonio.
And tomorrow we're going to hit the day fresh, ready to look for some games. Good times for all.
Tomorrow morning we're gonna get up and meet a mystery guest. So stay tuned. Good night.